Yesterday, and life just got in the way, as it does for all of us. But what has made me get on right now, I was having a conversation recently with someone, and it's just come to mind. And that is on um, how when we're dealing with things that we do when we are neurodiverse, when we're in that diversity, where we have things that impair how we move through the world, from, forgetting the coffee at the coffee shop and walking away or not eating, forgetting to eat. Um, I obviously don't do that. I comfort eat, so my stress levels show that way. Um, but it could be hyperfocus, however, is something different again. But the thing is, when we don't meet a societal expectation, we often have people around us um, sort of telling us we need to do this, or people will judge us this way and that way because it's about that. For me personally, I've heard a lot of that throughout my life. Oh, you shouldn't do that. People think you're nuts, blah, blah, blah. But along with that comes a lot of implied or shame that we put on ourselves. When we don't fit into society, when we don't fit in, and we don't, our idiosyncrasies, let's not call them behavior, our idiosyncrasies do not meet a societal norm, we often feel that shame, that judgment, and all of that. So when you lean into what works for you and learning and working on your strategies, it gets much easier. But that shame, working on not feeling shameful about having help or assisted technology. Another client of mine is learning how to use assisted technology to help them keep them on track so they can learn to get up at a certain time, learn to work. An alarm clock could be considered assisted technology. Reminders on your phone could be considered assisted technology. Using technology to assist us to do what we need to do to get by in life. And some people just struggle with all of that. And I know myself at times, I struggle with things. I put myself in timeout last week because there was so much going on. I was overwhelmed by sound. So I have my things I've learnt to do. I used to get really grumpy. Now I'm putting myself in timeout. Really nice cuddle with the dog. But these are the things that we can lean into or we can fight with. So, and even seeking help, I know that for much of my life, I never sought help until I got really badly into burnout from a counsellor who I worked with for quite a time, right through my bachelor and everything, because of a business stress that was going on. It just helps so much to have someone else to speak to understand where you were coming from. Now, as a coach and a counselor, I also seek supervision, and I also have others that I have accountability to, but I put myself in the position, so I ask them to keep me accountable. And that helps me move and get through my strategies and how to move through the day. So we are all diverse. Some people who may not count themselves neurodiverse may use the same strategies to get through their day. We live very, very busy lives, but we've got to stop shaming ourselves and letting that shame come in and work through getting rid of inherent shame so we can just be the best possible versions of ourselves and being authentic and genuine and all of that sort of stuff. So that was my thought for the day. Just on a very quick finishing note, For those that are in the western suburbs of Melbourne, I'm at a holistic psychic expo on the weekend with my coaching and counseling, and I'm doing a talk on biohacking. So if you want learn a few little techniques to help focus your mind, help regulate your stress levels, come along. It's at the Werribee Sports and Italian Social Club on Sunday, and I'll be talking about 1:30. So for anyone that is in the western suburbs who may see this and want to come along and say hi, I'll see you then. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next little live video I do. Okay, ciao.